Hello everyone. Today I am thankful that I lived through a pandemic and that I am now currently in a recession. Hopefully this video is somewhat inspiring. Being in these unprecedented times and becoming a stripper and working in an economy where it feels like you're doing double the work for the same amount of money, that part has not been fun. However, if I made all the money I wanted to from dancing and it was as easy as everyone says it used to be 10, 15 years ago, and people were spending at the same rate, if I was living through that right now, I would probably get stuck in it. I would be content. I would have everything I wanted. So why would I work harder? Why would I scale anything at all? Yeah, so I was thinking about that today. When I was 14, I was a hostess for like 4 years, and I made hourly and then like $20 a day in tips from all the other waitresses. They would give me like $4 out of their tips. And I was thinking about that today because I remember when I first started dancing, I feel like I just spent all of my money and I did not recklessly, but it was just things that I was not tracking or managing. And to now be going forward and thinking like, okay, how will I transition out of this? Because I'm getting tired. My back hurts now. I would not be looking for new ways to make money. I feel like I've had such a perspective shift recently. I don't know what happened, but it was just like, I was watching a YouTube video and it was talking about owning a laundromat and all of the cash heavy stuff that comes with it. And I did date this millionaire guy, and I had a video up about him, but I think I took it down. But he owned all of these businesses, and I remember because I met him when I was 23, and I just remember feeling like so, not below him, but yeah, below him. I would say I definitely felt below him. And then I was doing more research into it because I thought like buying a business or starting your own, there was so much more work into it. I didn't know you could just like literally look up online a business to buy and then buy something for as low as like $5,000 to $20,000. I was thinking I didn't even know you could just go and buy a large business. I didn't know you could just like look up and then there it is online. Like I thought these were, I don't know, things handled like quietly. I didn't know it was so accessible. And the millionaire I dated, he owned nail salon, laundromat. I think there was a trailer park in there. A car lot. That was his baby. I don't know. He just had a bunch of other random shit he did. And when I first met him, I thought like all of that was so unachievable for me because I was just dancing at the time and I was recovering from a very traumatic event. And I just didn't even understand how somebody's mind could work like that. But he was also 20 years older than I am. So if I'm 25 right now, imagine if I bought a business every like 3 to 4 years and took the money I made from the first business, invested it into the second one. So then I like, for example, that would be a lease. But you get what I'm saying. And that thought process, it just never occurred to me. And if we weren't going through a recession right now and I wasn't having to break my back for the same type of money that would have been easier for me to make when I first started dancing, I wouldn't even be looking into this because I wouldn't care. And I think the other thing I'm thankful for too is I have a very good group of friends right now. And the riskiest thing I have done, well, I've done a lot of risky things, but I think the biggest risk I've taken that paid off was me moving to Atlanta 2.5 years ago. with no family, no friends, and having like, I didn't even see my apartment before I came here. I went to Atlanta like twice when I was younger. And my parents did go to college here. But I was not familiar with the city, and I had nobody here. And that was the biggest risk, and it paid off. I did have to become a stripper to make it pay off, but it did pay off. And, oh, another thing too. If you look closely, and maybe it's just my social media, but I don't think so, because I talked to one of my male friends and he said it's been like the same thing for him. If you look at your social media, it's like all the dating content is very much switching to the provider and finding a rich man, and then, you know, figuring out how to find these men to pay for your life, and then you do nothing for them. I feel like all of that content has been going up since the recession, because I don't remember like the whole princess life thing, trad wife thing. I don't remember that being a thing before 2020. But then again, we didn't really have TikTok either. But we still had the scrolling. I just don't remember my page being flooded with such like, find a provider man. But even being influenced by that and dating people who are doing a lot, even if they're lying about doing a lot. Oh, even if they're lying about doing a lot, I've learned so much about many different businesses just by speaking to men who claim to have wealth. Just out of that idea of go find a rich man. Excuse me. Oh, I was watching this video today too, and it was just talking about the importance of a personal brand, because I've been looking into just different shops I could start on Amazon, on Etsy, stuff I could sell on Depop. In looking for that, and that video was talking about how your personal brand is the most important thing you have, because you are what sells the product, right? Because there's so many things I want. There's just so many. And I don't think I could ever be known for one thing. And thinking like, oh, if I really push the singing thing, or if I push like the OnlyFans thing, and then I get stuck in that niche, like no one's gonna want to buy tarot cards from me, or buy basically that personal brand is the central idea, and everything around it is the products. And I'm really trying to reframe my brain to think that way, because being around anyone who tries to put me in one little box, or me myself put myself in that one little box, is not going to work. Even if that brings in the most money, it's not going to last forever. And I would want to be known as a multi-purpose person with many different products and things to sell, rather than just like, oh, she sings, or oh, she does OnlyFans, or oh, she's a stripper. Like, I want everything. Oh, she's an author. Like, you can buy this book, you can watch this YouTube channel, you can watch this other YouTube channel, the TikToks. Like, I want to do everything. And for that, I need the personal brand. Because I was kind of questioning the YouTube, actually. Not gonna lie. I am writing a book right now, and it is about basically how to survive in a strip club. And I'm focusing on strategies. I'm going to name the different like archetypes of dancers and customers that I've seen, and how the spending behaviors differ between people, and you know, just how other employees will act, women and their hierarchy in the strip club. Like, I'm putting together a whole book on that. I'm very excited for that. Very excited for that. And then I was thinking like, oh, I can advertise it on my YouTube. But then I was thinking like, what if my YouTube just becomes about this book, and then I only have one book, and then I want to write more books. I don't want that one to be my only one. And the book's actually going a lot quicker than I thought. I wrote an entire outline for it yesterday, and it all started because I read this horrible book, and it was called The Satanic Witch. And it was really just the title that made me buy it, because I thought like, oh, this is some forbidden knowledge. But then when I actually started like reading it, it just sounded like it was some 70-year-old man who had no interactions with women, that was just like basically telling women how to be more attractive to men and telling women that their true power came from seducing men. And then after reading that, I was like, well, fuck, I just gave $15 to this guy when I could have written something that was better than what he wrote. Like all this jargon on a page for no reason. So yes, I'm writing a book right now. And I'm thankful for my friends, too. And us all being in a recession together. And in a horrible economy. Because if you think about it, me being 25, I will buy, when's the next election? I'm so bad at this. Whatever, Trump was around anyway. I've had the existence of Trump in my life since I was 15. That's 10 years. The world has not been, I don't know if the world wasn't even normal before, because then there was the 2008 thing. So, world as I know it has not been normal. Thankfully, I haven't lived through any wars. That would suck. But all of my friends I have around me now are hustling and then doing their own things, and they're my age, and it makes me so excited, because moving to Atlanta, I didn't think I could recreate what I had when I was in college in Orlando, when basically all my friends were built in. Because I knew a lot of people when I lived in Orlando. I had, I was miserable, but I still had a great time there. And I'm so thankful I took the risk on myself and left. And, even though I'm thankful for the recession and all of the hard times, I'm not thankful for the lack of support that I've had from my family at all. I think because they still watch these. It creeps me out. They watch my shit. But if I had that, I would be so much further along. Like, I'm not thankful for that shit at all. But on the path that I've chosen, if we completely ignore all the times that they tried to derail me and they pulled the carpet out from under me, which included the year after I graduated and I got stuck in Texas because of my dad. Being in Atlanta was the best decision I made. Like, I'm so thankful I did this. And there's times where I think, like, oh, I could leave and go start over in another city. But then there's times like yesterday where I was like, damn, I could just buy a laundromat and stay here. But yeah, I looked at that guy that I dated who had all of those things as it being out of reach for me. And it's not out of reach. I'm just at the beginning. And even if you yourself who are listening are a lot older than me, you probably have more money than me. And if not, it's not over until you win. That's what I think. But yes, the fast cash thing, I'm so thankful to be a dancer. It's changed everything. It's made me a great saleswoman. It's made me like really manage my money. This is the first year of me doing my taxes where it's like, I'm excited to do them. I'm not excited to give money back, but everything's organized and I have my LLC. There's still concepts that I'm not understanding. And I was listening to Shira 7 too last night, and she said, that was the other thing too. Shira 7 and me and my friends are all of the same belief, and I think it has really been amplified with our recession, that going to school and getting more debt to be highly trained for a career is just not smart, especially when people aren't really hiring. And I've spoken to so many men too who did do that route of and women, but just that route of the higher education, And while it gives you a comfortable life and a sense of purpose, if it's something that you really love and you want to do, it's never going to give you financial freedom, at least within 10 to 15 years, I wouldn't say. It's not going to do it. And having loans too, I'm also thankful for that, because I feel like I was really losing the value of the dollar since I've started dancing. And I'm actually glad to be working my regular job. I only do that a few days a week. But I didn't value money. So it was easy for me to spend, even though it wasn't irresponsible. Like, for example, I was paying full coverage on car insurance when my car is like old, and I could have done liability. And I was overpaying by roughly $100 every month because of that. And then getting all the fast cash, you're not sitting down like you would with a salary and thinking like, okay, I need to put this money here, this money here. With all the fast cash, it's like, oh, well, I have this bill due. Let me make money for that. And then obviously you have your savings and you don't touch your savings. But the way my brain works is that the savings should never be touched. And whatever I buy, if I lost every job I have tomorrow, how would I be able to afford that? So like, one of the things I really wanted to buy was a new car. And oh yeah, because I just used the car example, was a new car. And even thinking about that, it's like, well, my insurance would raise. I would then have a car payment. And the recession thing, like, even if times were great when I first started dancing, was amazing. Even if times were great then, and they're bad now, it doesn't mean that they're going to get even better from now. It could get worse. It could get a lot worse. But that's just that specific industry. Like, me going online and figuring out a product to sell and having, like, I don't know, I saw this woman who was selling like flowers put onto these wooden letters, and it cost nothing to make, and she was selling them for so much. So if I went online and started selling that instead of, oh God, I lost my train of thought. My brain was moving too fast. Waste, fast cash, recession. You just, with the stripping world, you just don't track your money that much. And if I was making what old strippers were making, I don't think I would have realized my mistakes as quick as I have. But yes, look out for my book. I do want to make videos based off of the book and kind of use it, I guess, to advertise it, and then repost of the different concepts I'm going to do. It's gonna be like the Art of Seduction. You know how the Art of Seduction is like super thick? My book's not gonna be super thick, but it is gonna be very well thought out and methodical. Yes. Oh, that's what Shira 7 was gonna say. Shira 7 last night, she said, everyone tells you to get a job, but you need to replace the word get with make. So you need to make a job. Then I was watching another video that was saying, like, if you're a business owner and then you're running everything, like, you basically just got yourself another job, where a business owner should actually be able to step away from everything and run independently of them. But that's not where I'm at. I need to make a job. Oh, yes. So instead of going into all this debt for a higher skill career, which is what me and my friends have all agreed on, because it's like the master's degree doesn't really do anything for you now, and it feels like the bachelor's degree is your most basic requirement, and even that, it doesn't open the doors it used to, and then you're just stuck with this bill of loans. So, yes, I'm gonna figure out how to, I guess, be an entrepreneur. How to sell. How to sell. I've been watching all of these videos basically on how to budget and how to decrease your spending. Like, the Caleb Hammer Financial Audit, and then there's a bunch of other channels I really like that are like animation based. And I realized, you know what, instead of me watching all this stuff where I feel like I've just, at this point, I'm hearing the same information regurgitated, which has been very very helpful to me, because my parents did not teach that, and my school definitely did not teach that. But now I need to switch into the business ideas mode. Yes. But yeah, I'm thankful for the risks I took. I will hate my father for forever. It's okay, because I'm still going to be rich and successful, regardless of the people who have tried to derail me completely. But yes, the book. I'm very excited about the book. I'm going to write some more on it today. ChatGPT has been so great in helping me edit it. It's been my writing, but then I've given it to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT has just been making it sound a little bit better. But it is my writing. Thank you for listening. Goodbye!